Alright, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, 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 Kal Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and honors and salutations to Joachim out there that's laboring in the truth and sincerity without wavering. And this show we gonna call it the Most High moves the chess pieces, or the Most High is in control of the chess pieces. Alright? Which is going into basically the chess pieces of prophecy, man. Because that's what it's all about. It's all about prophecy at the end of the day. You know, I mean, we're living in a time of prophecy, man. In a great time of prophecy, man. In the fulfillment of the Most High doing the things that he said he was going to do. So now we're actually seeing these things come to pass, all right? So, and that's the reason why, I mean, I'm not sure if I said it the right way, but, you know, when it's time to title it, you know, but basically the Most High is in control of everything, man. Because you got this devil, you know, he thinks that he's really calling the shots. Really, the Most High is controlling this devil. So in this show, we're going to go into some scriptures. We're going to read a couple of these articles of things that's currently happening and how things are formulating, man, because we're approaching World War III. All right, World War III is basically, you know, I say it all the time, it's pretty much done started then at the beginning stages. All right, because eventually these rumors of war are going to actually become actual World War III. But first, like Apostle Paul always says, breaks it down. Of course, the prophecy of the Charagma, Revelation the 13th, that's got to be fulfilled, because the prophecies, the Most High delivered the prophecies in the order. That's why he speaks about the seven angels. You know, at first you got the first angel, the second angel, the third angel. The seven vials, you know what I mean? Everything, the Most High got everything in order. All right. So matter of fact, let me read this one first in Job chapter 12, verse 16. All right. It says, with him is strength and wisdom, with the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai overall. It said the deceived and the deceiver are his. Okay, so the people that's being tricked or deceived by the devil, the word devil means a deceiver. All right, so the people that's being deceived, right, and the deceiver are his. So the Most High controls both of them, man. You see, he even set up these devils, man, and they think that they, you know, because they have the power to do things, but they gassed up. They got beside themselves, man. Matter of fact, hold on, before we get to the article, I'm gonna go to Isaiah the 10th chapter as well. All right, which is a powerful chapter. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna just jump around real quick to the main points. Isaiah 10 and 5. It says, "O Assyrian, the rod of my anger." And for those who understand the scriptures, when it speaks about the Assyrians, sometimes it's talking about the ancient Assyrians, or a lot of times it's talking to or referring to what? Esau, the modern day Assyria, which is America. All right, and the Esau, which is the so-called white man, is the one that's in power, that's calling the shots. Job 9 and 24. So when the Bible refers to America as Egypt, Sodom and Gomorrah, it tell you that in Revelation spiritually. Not that it's the actual landmass, okay, and not to say that certain things didn't happen in the ancient times in ancient Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, so forth and so on. But now, see, a lot of these things that are spoken of these wicked kingdoms are really referring to America. So again, just reading Isaiah 10 and 5, it says, "O Assyrian," which is talking about America, "the rod of my anger." See, the Most High set you up as the rod of his anger. And the staff in their hand, staff represents what? Power. When you sit, a king holds what? A scepter, which is a staff. All right, they crack you over the head with it, because they got the power to crack you over the head if you say the wrong thing. Well, this damn devil, he been cracking people upside their head for the longest, and he's got gas. He's gassed up, thinking that he's so great and powerful and wise, not realizing that the Most High just set his funky ass up. Just like all these wars, I mean, you could argue that World War I, II, and III, these are wars all controlled and staged by the international bankers who finance, you know, both sides, and you know, set up these different guys to spark things off, just like World War I going back, which Apostle Gabar was going deep into it with Kaiser Wilhelm, going into, you know, all these guys that were set up is still the Most High. You understand the Most High is in control because all of these World War 1, 2, and 3 lines up with the prophecies in the book of Revelations. All right, so now let me jump down to 17 or 15. 15. Right? It says, matter of fact, let me start at 13. Isaiah 10 and 13. It said, for he saith by the strength of my hand, speaking about this devil, man. He saith by the strength of my hand, I have done it. Meaning he was able to take us down. He conquered the whole world, deceived everybody, got everybody worshiping him. So he's saying by the strength of his hand have I done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent. And these devils, that's why they call themselves what? The enlightened ones, the Illuminati, which they're not the real illuminated ones. It's just that they're Lucifer. They're Lucifer now. Now, all right, they're the beacon of light because they were given the juice. They were given that authority by the Most High because that was the prophecy. See, they don't realize that they just coming into their part of the prophecy. All right, and again, the Most High is moving everything around just like a chessboard, man. The Most High is the ultimate of everything, man. All right, and he got these devils right where he want them. He says, and they say, by my wisdom, for I am prudent, and I have removed the bounds of the people. What's the bounds of the people? Meaning what? The land. This land that we in right now, which is Babylon the Great, America, where all this wickedness is taking place. How was it established? Do what? Do rape, robbing, and murdering. That's them moving the bounds of the people, meaning they came over here and they said, look, we're taking this and claiming this in the name of the queen, and then they broke off. They had the revolutionary wars and so forth and so on, and they just went on conquering and taking, and pushing the tribes, Gad and Reuben, then even down in the South American tribes down there, just pushing them further and further out of their land, pushing them into the swamps, into the forests, and then enslaving them. So it says, and I've removed the bounds of the people and have robbed their treasures, and I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man. So Esau did these things to us, and he really, thought that he was doing something, man. He don't realize that was a prophecy in Deuteronomy 28th chapter, where the Lord said that he was going to raise up a nation against us, a fierce nation. All right, that was going to basically enslave us because why? We broke the commandments of the Most High. So it was a time period for these things to happen. But now that time is up. The time is up. So it says, verse 14, and my hand have found as a nest the riches of the people. The people is speaking about the 12 tribes of Israel. Because you got everybody wanting to talk about all these other nations, and at the end of the day, they're insignificant, man. It tells you, we're going to follow what the Bible says, man. We're not going to lean to our own understanding. But real quick, man, I ain't heard this scripture in so long, man. This is always a beautiful scripture to read. Isaiah 40 and 15, it says, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as a small dust of the balance. You see? So all other nations to the Heavenly Father is just a drop in the bucket. What's a drop in a bucket? It's not even really there. It's not that insignificant to a bucket that's full of water. You put one drop in there compared to a bucket that's full. It pales in comparison, man. All right? So that's how the Lord thinks about these nations. That's how insignificant they are. He said they're counted as a small dust. You put one speck of dust on a beam, it might not even make it move or nothing. It might not even be no weight to it, really. All right? So there's really these other nations, they're just props. All right? And that's what people need to understand. It goes back to Jacob and Israel. Jump into 17, it said, all nations before him are as nothing. That's why the Lord said that he chose out of all the nations, he chose the nation of Israel, which is all people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Haitians, so-called Haitians, Dominicans, the Native American Indians, the Seminole Indians, the so-called Mexicans. We're the real Israelites. We're the ones that count. So the Lord said also, he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of my eye. See, these devils, being that they, in their pride, they thought that they were going to just be in power forever. No, the Most High is controlling you fucking, like with a remote control, moving you devils, man. And I think you're so smart with planning this crisis with the, this whole economic collapse that's about to come. They think that they're doing it because, of course, they got a thing called thinning the herd. But the Most High been doing that, man. So y'all just cheap copycats of the Most High. And at the end of the day, the Most High got these devils doing what they're doing. Right? So now it says, and my hand have found as a nest the riches of the people, and as one that gathereth the eggs that are left, have I gathered all the earth. And there was none that moved the wing, or opened the mouth, or peeped. So even into Esau conquering the whole, because he conquered the whole known world right now. That's why they're able to go to different countries and disrupt their way of life and tell them where they could fly. They can't, this is a no-fly zone, or you can't come over here. This is a DMZ and all this and that. We're going to put taxes upon you. You're going to have to accept Christianity or democracy and, you know what I'm saying, all these other different things that they're doing. Just like which the Spirit was on the apostles and the rest of us years ago. I was watching an older video where we was prophesying about them going into Syria doing the things that they did. And it's happened, all right? It's happened. And now over there in the Ukraine, right, which is a lot of, and mind you too, as a side note, in the midst of this, you got Israelites scattered all throughout these other countries, man. All right, and see, and that's what a lot of people, they don't understand about the different nations and how the prophecies affect these different nations, man, and how our people are actually scattered amongst these nations. But now the Ukraine is one of the big targets now that they're targeting, as far as the stage this mock war, of one of the more elements to kick things off, because this is something that they've been planning for the longest. But overall, the Most High already said it before the earth was born that these things were going to happen. But again, I'm going to say it just to be clear. Of course, the prophecy of the charagma has to be fulfilled first, just for edification's sake, so brothers don't get, but it's not like, don't be thinking like it's going to take 10 years for them to push the charagma. Nah, I believe that, this, let me tell you what I believe. I mean, this is just my personal opinion. I could be wrong on this one, but right now, and the brother Zakar, just maybe a half hour, he sent me a video where basically he said the doctors are telling people don't even worry about getting, the juice, getting those juice drops up in you, because they're about to eliminate it anyway, cancel it, which I could see that happening because, really they're thinking like mission accomplished. And again, this is because of them not understanding the power of the Most High. The Most High is dealing with everything. All right, the scripture say on the left hand where the Lord doth work. So the Lord, look, the Most High created Satan, man. The spiritual demon or angel Satan is right there in the heavens with the Most High on the left hand side. All right, waiting to do the Lord's bidding. You see, so I can see that being a true thing, because why? Now they're canceling. At one point they were rolling it out, pushing it heavy. Basically, either you take this J to the A, or you gonna die. Now they backing off because why? They slammed it in the Supreme Court and everything. And it's not just because of the people protesting it. It ain't got really nothing to do with that. They already figured they got enough people infected or whatever, where everybody's the dummies that actually did fold, which they're still, here it is. This one cartoon image they had, right? It said, I'm going to get tested for something I'm supposed to be V'd up against. You know what I'm saying? And just to show you the simplicity, because here it is, people supposedly got all these different J to the A's and boosters and everything, but yet now you still got to go get tested. Don't make no sense. But now what's happening is they're, eliminating all of that in certain countries, and it's starting to spread to where people are like, man, look, the hell with that. We're immediately dropping this, these so-called passports and all this, that, and the third. And I believe that that's to make room for what? For that charagma. I believe that charagma is the next thing, because now they got majority of the people already, hit up with the juice. So now the next thing is the charagma, and then the persecution upon those that refuse the charagma. All right, because these devils Creepy Sleepy Joe, he knows his time is up, man. You know, the old Weekend at Bernie's, man. And remember what he said? He said, we're losing patience. So, in other words, in Revelations 12:12, said the devil know if he have but a short time. So he's come down with great wrath, you see. So that's why these things are happening even more abundantly. But that's the Most High, because the Most High is the one that controls things. Matter of fact, another scripture. Did I finish this? I'll come back to this, but let me pull up Daniel's 4:17. So I could be wrong, but I believe if that's the case, if they're really gonna start canceling and doing away with all the other Satan's piss and all that, it's because they making room for the charagma. Charagma is gonna be they about ready to push the charagma, and then the persecution that they bring in with it, because they're gonna be running down and persecuting a lot of people that don't comply. All right, but on Daniel's 4 and 17. Daniel's 4:17. It said, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. See? And giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. The lowest. Because Esau, remember what Job said? He said they were so low and so grimy and filthy and nasty and despicable that he wouldn't even set them with his dogs, man. And we know why Job said that now, clearly, man. And back then they knew about you damn devils, man. That's why you were chasing to the caves at one point, man. All right? So, you know, but the purpose is to prove that there is a Most High. Because when you look at this devil, man, right, the unnatural man that he is, he's so totally adverse against nature. For him to be in power when he's weaker than us, but he's in power, that proves that what? That there is a Most High. And we must have fucked up for this devil to be put in power over us, man. Running all this damn confusion with these women liberation bullshit, man. Got all these nasty ass turkey neck he-she's out there. You know, these nasty motherfuckers, man. All right? And even to the point where you got some of these bitches, maybe they might be a bitch, but they so damn... You know, they got so much hormones and shit shot up into them. They looking like dudes out here, man. You can't tell. It's all confusion, man. You watch, even in the fucking MMA and UFC, you see all these fucking goddamn transformers and stuff up in there, man. This is all wickedness, man. So for somebody that's out of order like that, you know that there has to be a Most High. Because Esau couldn't get it right to save his life, man. The scriptures tell you, even though he sought it with tears, all right, his birthright back, because that's how profane this devil is, man. So you know that there's a Most High to allow these foul, low-level motherfuckers to be in power. Once again, Daniel's 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the bases of men. So again, the Most High is in control of the chess pieces, man. All right, so now we got a situation over here, right, with like we were speaking about in Ukraine. You know, I'm just gonna go into this a little bit, and which, you know, hey, the scriptures tell you that there are gonna be wars and rumors of wars, man. All right, but we're living in the time of the end where you're gonna have a lot more of these situations happening, man. Okay, and again, the Most High is overall behind it, because the Most High goes and enters your mind while you sleep to give you your instructions for the next day. The scriptures tell you that. All right, let me get that in Job. Let me see. Is it Job 33:15? Just to make the point. Right, here we go. Job 33:14. It says, for the Most High speaketh once, yea twice, yet man perceiveth it not. All right? Because why? That's the pride of man. They don't understand that the Most High is in control of things. The Most High seals your instructions in your head. All right? 15 is going to go into it. It says, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed. All right? And everybody, even though these goddamn vampires, they like to stay up drinking blood all day and all night long and running through the forests butt naked, chasing being chased by demons. But they eventually they gotta go to sleep. So once they go to sleep, it says, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and the slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction in your subconscious, man. All right, he puts it what you're gonna do for the next day. All right, it says that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. Because why? If you were able to do everything that you said in your mind you were gonna do, if you say tomorrow I'm gonna go out and do such and such and I'm gonna make $10 million and you able to just do it just to the T like you said, that'll make you proud. That'll make you really feel like you're a god, like you're in control of things, when in all actuality none of us are in control of nothing. We're all puppets, if you will, or robots, man, on the right hand side or on the left hand side. A robot is like a servant, man. All right, so we all fall up underneath that, man. And the scriptures say to hide pride from man. Because why? You go to sleep thinking that you're gonna go to work the next day, and then when you wake up, before you even get to work, you get into a car accident, or you might be laying next to your wife and she might be fucking dead. You didn't plan for that. You see what I'm saying? And that's gonna humble your ass, because you're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna be fucked up. You didn't see that coming. Because the Most High control. So the same thing with this this devil Esau. What's that in Proverbs? Let's see if I can. Is it 26:1? No, or is it 25:1? Or 27:1? Well, that's a good one. 27:1. Boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. So yeah, you can't boast yourself of tomorrow. That's why you're supposed to say what? If the Lord will, right? But here we go. Proverbs 21. It says, the king's heart, which Esau is the king, he's a wicked king. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Most High is controlling this devil. So all the prophecies and everything that's happening is because the Most High is in control. Setting up certain things, like you got these cop shootings and everything now that are happening more frequent, especially in New York, and we know what that's all for. They keep pushing this gun control and everything, which basically all that's based off of infringement upon your rights. Even though you don't have no rights damn near, but they want to even destroy the illusion you had in your mind that you had constitutional rights. You see what I'm saying? Esau want to go all the way out, and destroy whatever rights, and they set up these what do they call them, false flag, meaning these staged events where people die and get killed, but it's for the purpose of them passing new legislation. They've been doing that for the longest. That's why they got the term death by the pen. All right, so now let's go back to the article. All right, which you brothers probably already know about it anyway. Spirit had us going through certain scriptures already, but it says Ukrainian general claims to know when Russia will invade. Well, really is when the Most High want them to invade. And remember, the prophecy tell you that the big nose people said, at least amongst the flock, should draw them out. So you know that they're going to be in the mix of this thing, because the Lord tell you that they're going to be the ones that really draw. Right now, America's talking about backing them and this, that, and the third. But the ones they really going to be backing is what? Those big nose people, man. Okay, because why? That's who is really in control. The elites are the big nose people. Okay. But anyway, and then we got to speak in code, because the big nose people don't like us, man. They like to sit there, take our videos down. They don't like us out here speaking righteousness. They can't accept the fact that this is the end of their kingdom. They don't want to accept it, that they will bow to us, man. And they're going to pay for everything, every last thing they did. All these fucking fucked up experiments they did on our people, man. All the raping, the robbing, the murdering, all right? All the mocking and everything that they've been doing to us, they're gonna pay for all of that, man. So that's why they get mad at us. And in particular, I mean the Israelites, but in particular, great millstone, because why? They know that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai rests with us, man. They know it because we stick to the script, man. All right. So now it says, Salak, it says, a Ukrainian commander named a date of concern tied to the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics after Bloomberg claimed Xi Jinping asked Putin to hold off his invasion. All right, showing you that this is all what they call the theater of war. All right, because look, if it's on, it's on. You ain't, yo, my man. I know you ready to go and invade that country, but let's finish and get some gold medals and put it in the U.S. face. Okay, let us put it in their face. Then you invade, and then we come behind you. Come on, this is a fucking joke, man. But nonetheless, the Most High is the one that is making these things happen, man. All right, and we got to keep bringing that out, that the Lord is the one that's doing these things, man, and everything's gonna happen in its proper order. You see, just like for us to like the level of truth that we have now and understanding of the prophecies, understanding about the charagma, understanding about the 7 heads, the 10 horns, the 10 toes, understanding about these ancient wicked civilizations or rulerships that were set up all the way into where we're at today with this bitch, with America. They didn't understand these things 2,000 years ago. Because why? It wasn't in its time. Okay? And that's what the matter of fact, Salakia, but not Salakia, but hey, the Spirit just keep having me go back to the scriptures, man. Because this is what it's all about anyway. All right, but this is a very key scripture that get for back then, showing you that the Apostle Paul, and you got a lot of people that got a problem with the Apostle Paul, man. Which, how can you have a problem with any of the men of the Lord? For one, all right. I don't care if it's from Titus to the Apostle Paul to Obadiah to what that means, that you really have a reprobate mind, man. And the Most High is exposing a lot of these guys and showing that they don't have the truth, man. All right, and the Lord is showing who the teachers are, man. The Lord got and the thing is, the apostles, the Spirit been having them, all of us be diligent and super diligent, and we're saying the same thing. All right, and then going deeper, and the Lord keep revealing more things, as far as the prophecy as we get closer, you see. But back then, again, these things that we know now, it wasn't the time for it, you see. So 2 Thessalonians 2:2 says that you be not soon shaken in mind or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letters as from us, as that the day of Yahweh Shai is at hand. And even more so now. That's why in Romans 13 it said, for now our salvation is nearer than when we believe, man. This is the time that where the brothers should be all geeked up and anxious, man. This ain't the time to be sitting there, acting like you know what I'm saying, your battery needs to be recharged and you just run like a damn zombie or whatever. Nah, this is the time your spirit should be charged up, man. Shouldn't be in no weak natured spirit, man, acting like a goddamn Christian or some shit out there. Nah, man. That's off, man. You're supposed to be on fire, man. All right? You're supposed to have that fire up in you. And if you don't got it, you're supposed to pray to the Most High. And if you pray in faith and ask the Most High in sincerity, He's going to give you, And how could you not be on fire, man? First of all, man, it's war out here, man. It's straight up war. You got Esau really coming up against us, man. And you might not see it because you're in your day-to-day routine, but you better believe these elites are plotting continuously on fucking with the Israelites in particular, man. We're at the top of that list, and specifically GMS, with the apostles on down. But the thing is, we trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, so it is whatever it's going to be, okay? And that's what it's going to be. But it said, the scriptures, going back into the scriptures in Thessalonians, it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except they come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. All right, which we know now. We know that that's speaking about what? The devil, which the Roman Empire back then, which is Esau, which is America today. America is a reincarnation of the ancient pagan Roman Empire. This is the deadly wound being healed. The son of destruction represents dealing with Esau, which is the revitalized Roman Empire, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. And they got paintings, not just in the 16th chapel, but with it, because all of the practices and everything, especially when you deal with the medical field, right? The medical field goes back to what? To the Roman system. That's why when they train to be, you know, doctors and everything in the medical field, they make them learn the Latin, because there's a lot of Latin terms, and a lot of the body parts are described in Latin names. Okay, and so there's a, you know, the whole system goes back to that Roman system, man. You see, so that's why they have them learn these things, man. You see, and then so when you go, cause I went to this one it was just a regular doctor's office where they just do regular testing, and it wasn't no big, but they had the same 16th chapter right in the what do you call that when you first walk in? Not the mezzanine. Shit. Why the hell is it felon? When you first walk in the door, you know, they call that the it's slipping my mind right now. It's not even that important, but when you walk in, you look up and you see frescoes, mosaic paintings. On some of these hospital offices, they have that same, they call it the finger of God, which is these devils, you know, a crack of finger pointing, saying that's the finger of the Most High, which is blasphemy, man. The Most High ain't never looked nothing like these goddamn devils, man. You see? But anyway, it says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now you know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. Because everything is in its time, and that's how prophecy works. So for the mystery of iniquity doth already work, because the mystery of iniquity was a mystery back then, because they didn't know who the wicked or the son of perdition was. All right, and they was at work, because this is when, as they're writing it, this is why the Romans are still in the height of their power. All right, they said only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Just like the time that we're in now, the Most High is allowing these devils to run the course and do what they're doing, man, till it's time to take them out of the way. All right, that's why going to Job 20, right? Job 20 and verse 4, it said, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Because right now they're in power, and they're doing all these things. They're scrambling, they're making all these different shuttles going out of space, thinking that they're gonna hide from the judgment and escape. You see, but the Lord said that the triumphing, meaning the rulership of the wicked, is short. All right, the Lord said he's gonna make a short work of this place, man. It said, in the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach into the clouds, yea, he shall perish forever, like his own dung, like his own shit. All right, the Lord's about to flush them down the eternal toilet, man. The scriptures say in Isaiah that they do not rise nor possess the land again. So the Most High is about to flush these devils, man. It says, they which have seen him shall say, where is he? And see, and this is the prophecy, and that's why prophecy is important, because that's how you'll know when these things are going to happen. That's why, hold on, let me get 2nd Ezra's, the 9th chapter, verse 1. It said, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently. Meaning what? You got to observe, because everything is in his time frame. So you got to measure and check for the prophecies, man. All right, when you see, that's why we know that, okay, yep, these race riots and everything is going to happen, but that charagma, that's going to pop off, because that's going to kick off a lot of other things too. Again, like the scriptures speak about the time of Jacob's trouble, which, yeah, right now Esau's coming down with shit, but they ain't seen nothing, man. They ain't seen nothing. Esau got robots, man. Why you think they're able to sit there and kick so many people up out of the Navy and the Army right now? Because why? They got different type of robots and everything. So, you know, they know that that they were gonna get some resistance. Some people ain't want to, take the whatever. But why you think they're kicking these people out when there's a shortage of of the army, police force, and so forth and so on? Crime is rising all up. The tensions is rising, escalating. This is at the highest that it's ever been. So why do you think they're doing this? Because why? They got these soldiers, man, these Terminator type robots that they're gonna release on people, man. They already have people that seen that damn dog, that robot dog, going in certain areas and everything, going on police raids and stuff like that. So there's things that's about to happen. So it said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass. See, that's why the Lord said, when you see these things happen, lift up your head, for your salvation draweth nigh. All right, because the signs are the prophecies, man. And the prophecies are set for a certain time. So when certain prophecy happen, oh, okay. So now that time is over. Like when World War One happened, okay, then boom, that okay, World War II is supposed to happen. Now we know World War II happened. What's next? World War III. So when you see all these other things happening, these wars, rumors of wars, see people, they put more soldiers and everything. That's all the Most High. Going back to and I'm gonna get ready to probably wrap it up in a second. That goes back to what the Lord said here. All right, Isaiah 13. I'm gonna go straight to the point. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. So the Most High is controlling these devils that set their armies in array against each other, to set their nuclear submarines into the waters, into the oceans, and get them ready to engage in combat. All right, that's the Most High. It said the Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. So that's all the Most High is doing. All right, that's all His doing. Okay, so it says, 2 Ezra 9 and 1, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made. That time is now. All right, that time is now. And then when you read on, it goes into it, But I'm gonna end it right there. It's getting late. Lord willing, through the Spirit, we'll come back with another show after this one. Abaratazah. Hope brothers were edified. And with that, give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And say Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Brakathum, to sincere Akim. Shalom.